Toyland, you're a magical village and one hell of a town. Toyland, wash the dust from your white walls, wipe the crust from your eyeballs, build a mall of the tree falls. Just get up, get out, get around, get down, wake up, Toyland.
Do you think the mayor knows his cowlick is sticking straight up?
No. Should we tell him?
No. That was weird. Do you suppose he knows what we just said?
Maybe he's a lip reader.
That's a really big shoebox.
I just spent the last few days sorting thousands of receipts into 6 big piles, and now my accountant's in for a surprise.
Yeah, I have that problem too. That'll be $3.75 for Borneo and $5 even for Seattle.
But I don't understand. Why does the package going to Borneo cost less than the one going to Seattle?
Because the package going to Borneo is just an envelope, and the package going to Seattle is a package.
Well, okay, I'll pay it, but only because you've given me no choice.
Oh, don't thank us. We're all independently wealthy here, and the only reason we work at all is so we can serve our customers with big smiley faces. I'll take who's next.
I'd like a P.O. box, please.
Okay, but only if you promise to share with the rest of the class whatever you've been writing all over your arm.
Well, it's just a little dialogue.
Dialogue. Like for a screenplay? For the movies?
Well, yes, actually.
Because I've got a lot of great dialogue you can use. I make fun of these people all day, and I've got 1,000,001 comebacks to use on all of the ones that really deserve it.
Oh, well, I don't write down catchphrases exactly. Just the gist of a conversation. My arm's not really long enough.
Well, here's the key to your box. He's a Hollywood screenwriter, and he's going to make me a star.
Well, I didn't say that.
Oh, don't you worry. I won't let you down. Every time you come in here to get your mail, I'll take the time to say something else really quotable for you. And I don't even care if there's a line running all the way out the door.
Oh, swell. Like she's not already swell enough.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
Hey, I bet everyone says you look just like Davy Dolans.
Davy Dolans, the lead singer for the Flunkies? The one with the face that looks like it got hit with a shovel?
That's the one.
Well, no, I've never.
Hey, you know who everyone says I look like?
No.
Come on, you're not even looking hard enough.
I'm really not very good at...
Okay, how about now? 3/4 profile of a Kruger 357 in my rugged hands.
Oh. No.
Bronson Norris. Everybody tells me I look just like Bronson Norris. How about now?
Well, now that you mention it, and the visual aids help.
Yeah, I get that a lot, so I always work this out to show people. So what's that you're working on? Is that a script?
Well, yes, it is actually.
Yeah, I'm a big Hollywood screenwriter too. It's nice to be important, huh?
Oh, I haven't sold anything yet. But I'm working on it.
Hey, I bet you've endured a lot of humiliation from your family because you're a failure.
I no longer have a family.
And that's their problem, because they didn't give you a chance to make something of yourself. But at least you're trying.
Eventually, my family was wiped out in a freak.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me all about it. I could just look at somebody and know if his life story would make a good movie, even if it's a tearjerker, like yours.
Oh, I've never thought about making my own life a movie. That just seems a little too personal.
Yeah, you're afraid to work your own life into your art because someone else, your family, for example, might see themselves in it and rat you out.
My family.
Oh, it's okay. I don't even know them, but I already hate them too. It sounds like your family tried to give you writer's block. That's what mine did.
Oh, I don't have writer's block, but sometimes people, strangers on a bus, for example, keep me from writing.
Yeah, I was like you once, a trivial supporting character in my own autobiography. Then I realized all my failings were someone else's fault. Like my father's, for example.
What did your father ever do?
Oh, not much. Except he tried to kill me.
What?
Oh yeah, for years he tried to tell me I would amount to nothing. He was suffocating me with his negativity.
So you, speaking metaphorically, about the killing?
I speak the truth, and if other people can't handle that, they just don't understand the essence of art, which is to hold a mirror up to the ugliness of reality and the viewer be damned, eh?
I don't know. I never really thought of it that way, but interesting. Go on.
Take your own life, for example. If you turned it into a song, it'd be too white for the blues and too sappy for country western, but it would still be music worth hearing, and people would still pay to hear it.
Oh, I've written songs about my life before. I could sing a few for you.
I bet you did, and I bet you could. But would you sing them for the people you wrote them about?
Well, no.
Ah, there you see. There lies the rub. Sure, we could sum up your life with a few short, sad paragraphs, each one sadder than the one before, but the guilty parties, the black-hearted, murderous bastards who provided your life with so much conflict and humiliation, well then they'd probably come around seeking retribution, wouldn't they? And don't let your wife or boyfriend think for one hot moment that you've made them the butt of some scripted joke. No. But what if two men, two writers, complete strangers on a bus, were to swap their life stories? That way no one would get wise. You wouldn't have to worry about your wife, or a significant other, reading himself into it. No detail would be too personal that way. No drama too deadly to reveal, for fear of a lawsuit at the very least.
You know, I'd really love to hear your life story. But in another few minutes, I have to get off.
Perfect.
If there are no more matters to discuss, I propose that we adjourn for today.
I have something.
Well, of course you do, Roxanne. You always have something, don't you?
This isn't about me. It's about getting that pothole fixed on Gadfly Avenue.
Joyce, can we state for the record Roxanne Proxy's address?
1601 Gadfly Avenue.
And can we state for the record the location of that pothole?
1601.
Hey, I'm not the only one who uses that street.
Roxanne, we hold elections every quarter and you've never once run for council member. Don't you think it's about time to formalize your interest in this community?
I could run for council, and even run it if that were my intention, but I prefer not to.
Are you sure there's an empty chair?
I don't see any empty chair.
We've got an extra in the storage room. Won't take me but a minute to get it.
Oh, that won't be necessary, Joyce, because we all know that joining this council would require Roxanne to do something, and that would violate her ethical code of always getting someone else to do it.
A good leader delegates responsibility.
That's easy for you to say. You're only gung-ho until it's time to go. I move that we hear no more proposals from the floor, owing to the fact that it's Friday afternoon and Roxanne had all week to voice her personal pothole concerns.
Seconded.
Excuse me, but is this the Common Council meeting for Toyland County?
Well, it was. You're an hour late.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. I meant to set my clock forward. I just moved here, so I'm a little behind.
You could be several weeks behind and still make it to the head of this class, dear.
That's very encouraging. Thanks. As a perfectly impressionable newbie, I can use all the friends I find.
Look what the Little Miss Witless relocation program just dragged in. Just in time. I'll show them a troublemaker.
If there are no more objections,
I have none, Madam Chairman.
But I do. We forgot to say the Pledge of Fealty.
we said it at the beginning of the meeting, dear. Why should we say it again?
Because brave men died for that right, you ungrateful wench.
Roxanne, it sounds like you may have found a protege in the new girl. Her talking points are every bit as pointed as your own.
Oh, she's a prodigy, all right. But I didn't put any ideas into her head that weren't already there.
And another thing, I'm not going to put my stamp of approval on this bill until it covers the dangers of unsupervised cloning.
What the hell are you talking about? This bill only covers a lowered speed limit at school crossings.
Exactly. Until it addresses the existential plight of clones, living in a world they never made, even though it made them, I can't sign off on it.
All right, you win. We'll fix that pothole like you and Roxanne wanted us to. But only because you have mastered the art of leveraged negotiation.
Hey, can we get a little service here? Where's everybody?
Okay, hold your horses. Here I am.
Because how else was she supposed to summon you? We had no choice but to yank your chain.
That's fine. I'm here now.
We had no choice but to...
Like I said, fine. I guess that some people are more important than others. Their time is so much more valuable.
Oh, but I'm in no hurry. I didn't say anything. Didn't we just meet? At the county council meeting? I'm Gail.
Yeah, you got the position they wanted me to fill.
They didn't mention you. Only that they had a spot open. And my afternoons are free.
Yeah, they're like cannibals hungry for fresh flesh, and you fit the menu perfectly.
Oh, I can't believe this.
What's wrong?
Oh, she charged me for low-density surveillance cable instead of high-density. She overcharged me.
Okay, so take it back.
Oh, but I shouldn't wish to be a burden.
But if you don't wish, how will you know when your dreams don't come true?
I don't follow you.
That's because you're a leader, Gail. You just don't know it yet. But you're in luck, because I happen to know a great tutor in the art of self-assertion.
That man may have the IQ of an ice cube, but he will still go down in history as the Teflon mayor.
It's uncanny. He's never lost a debate, even though he talks like one of those toys with a wind-up key in its back. What's the secret?
Just remember that we need to stay on message. Uh-huh. Check. And keep those lines coming.
Sorry?
Psst. I wasn't talking to you.
So, here's a little dossier I prepared. I'm going to be running late tomorrow. You may have to introduce it.
The overly friendly dog referendum.
There's this dog, see? Who really needs to be leashed before someone else gets hurt. Everybody's all for it.
Why? Is it attacking people? Don't they have people who catch dogs around here?
Well, they're not technically attacks, although a case could be made.
Is it, biting people?
Well, not per se. But it does run right up while you're out for a walk and puts its stupid skull in your open palm, whether you want it there or not, like it's demanding to be petted. Like I got nothing better to do all day.
Aw, that's so sweet.
It's not sweet. It's unwanted physical contact and a leash law violation. Or it will be, after you've successfully introduced it to the council.
I have to introduce it. You just said everyone was all for it.
Well, their memory isn't what it used to be, so you might have to bring them back up to speed. Sign here and here.
You seem really well prepared.
It's the least I can do. Like I said, I may be a little late, but that's only because I'm being fashionable.
Hey, I like fashion.
Oh, you'll be fashionable, all right. In the very latest tar and feathers. Thanks to the Puppies Need Love Liberation Army.
Information? How may we assist you?
Yes, hello. I need the number for the Puppies Need Love Liberation Army. I think they're a not-for-profit. Wow, talk about winding up with egg on your face, huh, Joyce? Oh, poor Gail. But I better not get involved.
The film will begin shortly, Mitchie. Please remain seated and pay attention. There may be a test. This one wrote that poem about beating his dad to death so that he could make him his zombie slave.
That sounds like the plot of Eat or Be Eaten for.
Now, Mitchie, tell us, how do you feel?
Drill Sergeant, I respectfully insist that I know nothing of the allegations against Coach Diddlefinger.
No, Mitchie, that was last month. How do you feel now?
Ava.
Did he say Ava?
Gee, I don't know. It sounded kind of like Eva to me.
Hey, kid, you wanted to know how to pick up hot chicks, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've got just the book for you.
And then I drove off the unfinished train track to almost certain doom, but I was still flipping out the old man as I went down in flames. It was awesome.
I see. And how did you survive exactly?
Well, I don't remember. I mean, that was a pretty exciting time for me, but give me a couple minutes and the rest will come back, I'm sure.
I see.
So, you think my life would make a great movie or what? I'll cut you in on the rights, but they won't come cheap.
Honestly, it sounds like you took the first half of Rough Tango 3 and joined it to the second half of Magnum Justice, then threw in the comic Mafia Stooley sidekick from Seven Against the Shah for good measure.
Exactly! That's my life in a nutshell. You summed it up perfectly. So are you in, or what? I see Bronson Norris as me.
Bruno, I think your life has been done before and on a much bigger budget. But I like the one true detail you worked in there, you know, when you foiled the terrorists by taking apart the deep fryer while blindfolded and then putting it back together again. That I don't think I've ever seen in a movie before. Or ever will.
Yeah, if I had made just one wrong move, the entire restaurant would have gone up in a nuclear mushroom cloud. So, what are you working on over there?
It's a movie about me making the movie itself. Radical, huh? The first act's going to be shot on video, because that's all I can afford. And it'll be all about me trying to get financing for the second half, which will be on 70mm film. Look, I've even got a website.
So your movie is about the movie you're making? That's your gimmick?
Well, yes. Mind-blowing, huh?
Nah, it's been done. Quite a bit. They call it self-reflexive cinema.
Oh.
To listen to your message, press 1.
Hello? Roxanne? This is Well, not Gail, exactly. But you can call me that if you like. I've had some identity problems in the past, and that's not important now. Anyway, the reason I called you is to tell you I'm really a graduate student in creative journalism, and that you made a great subject for my dissertation. But you can read all about yourself. Yourself? I left you a dossier. It's kind of like a character study. I hope you like it, but if you don't, remember that I'm really only a mirror, however warped or wavy, like one of those mirrors you'd find at the funhouse. Well, I guess that's all I wanted to say. I'll let you go now. I know you're busy. And I have got a wonderful new life that I owe all to you.
Ma'am, could you swipe your card?
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Could you try another card? That one's been canceled.
Canceled? That can't be.
What I'm getting here says over the limit. Maybe you exceeded your credit limit.
That can't be.
Oh, I believe you, ma'am, but the computer says you're a liar. Now, do you have another card?
Ava! Ava!
Is that little retarded boy? Why is he throwing rocks at us? He's pitching woo at me. Are you sure? I could have sworn he said Eva.
Ava!
Cheap-ass army surplus.
And would you like to move for rebuttal, Mr. Mayor?
I sure would, Judy.
Now call your opponent a socialist.
Okay, kid.
Say it just
Now
like
try
this.
Baby, you have the longest legs and they go all the way up to there.
And your proposed tax cuts are another symptom of socialism run rampant.
Ava!
Ah, you can have him.
To the point of peeking, this camera is creeping beside me, and I'm blinkingly seeking that unspeakable gleam in your eye. I wrote you this sonnet and fell back upon it. I would lie to you, sweet secret surprise each sunrise, and I will be your inspiration. Be my fading kind, and then all our dreadful hopes and dreams shall forever be entwined. Although I feel what we might find, that looking glass is looking back, as though you know that in the back of my head I hold a piece of your mind.